guys, welcome back. After reviewing your test, I see that we still are struggling a little bit with volume of rectangular prisms with pieces mixed out. So I'm going to try a different model with you guys this week, but we also have to go on to our next skill. It still involves volume, but we have to go ahead so that you guys know how to solve word problems that involve volume. So I'm going to do 3 review videos. We will review in class as well using this method. And then based on your preference, you can decide which method works best for your personal style. So here we have an L-shaped figure. And it was a solid rectangular prism and then a piece is cut out. But we can also look at it as 2 rectangular prisms laid up next to each other, so touching. So watch what I do to this. I'm going to divide it into 2 separate rectangular prisms. So I'm going to find where the inside corner meets, and I'm going to follow that line all the way down. So now I'm going to shade in this entire box. And we're going to label that as box 1 orange. And so I'm going to do that up here, box 1, and then orange. Okay? So then I'm going to take a different color. And initially I had a purple marker, but I think it's going to be a little bit too dark, so let me switch a different color really quick. So now I'm going to color box 2. Do you see box 2 that's not colored? Great. So I'm going to color this in, and color that in. And we're going to call that box 2 yellow. Remember, colors don't matter at all which colors you pick. I would just ask that you pick something, a color that wouldn't take away from you being able to see the numbers on the shapes. So let's focus on just box 1. I tried to write the numbers bigger so that they could be seen on video. That's why you see this dark numbering, but it didn't work out so well. So I will tell you. So we're going to first look from left to right. So on my orange box, from left to right, it tells me right here, left to right, that it's 6 meters. So I'm going to come up here, 6 meters. Now, from front to back, which is the front corner, to the back corner of the shape, it tells me right here that it's 4 meters. So I'm going to multiply that by 4 meters. And this is only of our first box, or orange box. Now, I'm going to put it a little closer so you can see. Now we need to go from the ground to the sky to get our height, how tall it is. They don't really tell us, but they do tell us from the ground to the sky for this line is 6, and from the ground to the sky from this line is 9. So then we get 6 plus 9, and that's going to give me 15. So that's our expression for box 1, our volume for box 1, our length times our width times our height, or our base times our height. But now we have to do the same thing for our yellow, and I'm not going to use, well, I guess you can see yellow on the camera. Okay, so I guess I'll stick with my yellow. So, now if we're looking at our yellow, we're going to go from the left to the right. Well, from left to right, it tells me this whole thing, from this end of the shape to this end of the shape, is 17. But we know that part of that is part of this orange box. How much of it is it? 6. So we need to know what the rest is. So if I started with 17 and we've used 6, then the rest of our piece should be 11. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to put 11 meters from my left to my right. Now, from the front corner to the back corner is still 4 meters. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to put 4 meters. And then finally, for our height, we start at the ground, the bottom of the shape, to the top of the shape. And the top would be 6 meters. And so now we just have some number crunching to do. And so I'm not going to hold that up for you to do it. I'm going to find friendly numbers that I can multiply easily. So I'm going to multiply 15 times 4 because I know that's 60 meters. And then I still have it times 6 meters. And 6 times 6 is 36. Then add my place value 0. And I get 360 meters cubed. Okay? So now we come over here and we do our yellow box. And again, I find the friendliest numbers. Sometimes you don't always have friendly numbers, but sometimes you do. So if you remember the trick that I taught you with 11, I did 4 times 6. So remember, anything times 11, we're going to make that ice cream sandwich number. We're going to rip apart the outside numbers. So I get 2, 4. Now I'm going to add them together. And 2 plus 4 is 6. And that's going to be my middle number. So my answer is 264 meters cubed. Okay? And then the last step is different than what we did on the first method I showed you. The next step, we have to add the two together because we don't want to know the volume of just this shape or the volume of just this shape. We want to know the volume of both shapes combined. So now I'm going to get 360 meters cubed plus 264 meters cubed. My meters cubed just comes down. And then I have 0 plus 4 is 4. 6 plus 6 is 12. 1 plus 3 is 4. Plus 2 more is 6. So my final answer is 624 meters cubed. We have 2 more videos, and then, well, 1 more video, and then you'll have 1 practice video, and then we'll move on to this week's skill. Bye, guys.